should be on TV because I'm so naturally poised. Hi everybody, it's me, Emily. I'm here to do some demos for you on canvas backgrounds using our stamps, using paint, getting messy, and of course I have to start my day. Today was a soy day, so I had a venti soy Americano misto 3 sweetened lows low foam. Dina picked that up for me, so you cannot start your day without this. Second of all, I have 3 canvases in front of me. Now these canvases are not the best canvases on the planet, so we're gonna just work with what we have. Hopefully it'll work well. The backgrounds that I do are inspired by a variety of people, and I can't take the credit myself. It's from the multitude of classes that I take online, and I recommend everybody to take these classes. I am a collector by nature, so of course I am now collecting online classes. I can't stop learning, and it gets a bit sickening at times because I lose track of what I have. I'm now revisiting classes from last year. I was also told to hike up my tank top. Ebru told me finally after the boob fondling episode, she's now told me to hike this up because there was a bit of cleavage and we don't want to get everybody all excited. So let's begin. Let's see what we can do. I have no idea what we're doing. Whatever comes to me, and hopefully I can inspire some people. So we have some hecklers in our class today. I don't know if you can pan out or no, you can't pan out. Well, trust me, there are hecklers in here, and but they're big supporters of us, so we're very excited to have them here, and they're watching me, so if I stumble, it's because I'm nervous. Okay, we're gonna start with the canvas, and I don't like a blank canvas. It makes me upset, and it makes me nervous. So what I do is I immediately have options to cover it, and then you can always cover over it. But I will tell you some of the ingredients that I use daily. One of them is gesso. Now Claudine Helmuth has a brand of gesso that's beautiful too. I happen to have this one here open, and what it does is it's a primer. So pretend your walls are pink and green. Actually in my old house I had flamingo pink walls from the lady before us, and we had to prime it white in order to paint over it. So that's exactly what gesso is. It's a primer. You can use it to accent your work. You can use it to cover your canvas and just to create a background, a toothy surface for your next layer. So that's what we're going to use first. As I go, I'm going to tell you what stuff I'm using. So I just pour it over, and of course I didn't plug in my heating thing, but it doesn't matter. And I just paint over it. And as you see, this is a mushy canvas. I don't like it, but this technique will work on every and any canvas that you have. So I am going to paint this on. You can do it thick, you can do it thinly. You can, if you don't want to see just a blank white gesso, what you can do is scribe in it. So you can use the back of a paintbrush and just sign your name, do squiggles, whatever you want, and it'll dry like that with texture. So that's one technique, which I don't want right now because it bothers me. So we're gonna do this, and then I'm just gonna let the video stay on and you can watch it dry. Okay, so did you watch it dry yet? Because I just scared Ebru to death that she thought she was videoing paint dry. So this is one way to just get rid of and get the motion going with your paintbrush and letting it just warming up, okay? And then we're gonna layer on top of this. I'm gonna let that dry, and no, you don't have to watch it dry. And I'm gonna start my next one. The next surface we're gonna do is, again, I don't wanna look at this. I don't like how it looks. It bothers me. I need to be inspired. So there are cajillions of ways to just cover it. And again, if you don't like how it looks when it's stuck down, you can always gesso it over and start fresh. So I like to use vintage sewing patterns, which I get at the local, what is it called, Goodwill or somewhere like that. And I try to find, and actually I got a tip somewhere online where it's nice to get a baby pattern because your lines will be closer. It's a smaller pattern, so you want to see some design on your canvas. And of course I'm very precise in this art, so I cut it out exactly to size, as you can tell, because I'm very, very precise. I want everybody, one of my goals in making these canvases is to make people lose their inhibitions. Nothing has to be perfect, nothing has to be properly placed, and if there's one thing that you leave with, it's that's important to me. So you don't have to be perfect. This is a fun thing. You don't have to hang it on your wall. Another thing I wanted to show you is PPA. And now I've shown it on one of my blog posts. It's ArtQuest Matte Medium, and I love this because it dries in a non-tacky fashion, and you don't get like the sticky things, and it goes seamlessly on. So I can just show you a sample. I made this journal, and of course I saw the fabric, and the fabric had these folding creases on it, and I really didn't want to iron. I know you're shocked. So I just used this glue on it to glue it down, and it's absolutely seamless. It took out all of the wrinkles and everything. So I really, really love this. And you'll even see here, you see no lumps, no bumps. It's just a really, really gorgeous product. So you need to buy it in my store or anywhere you want. Okay, so now we're gonna do our fashion thing, our pattern. And you know, I always critique people who do videos when they have empty bottles and they just shake it to make it work, and I say, why didn't they prepare themselves in advance? Well, I'm one of those people, clearly. Okay, so that's the glue. Whenever you want to adhere something to it, you just make sure that the surface that you're adhering to is covered in this glue, in this adhesive, all of it, because otherwise you could get bubbles. So I'm just gonna arbitrarily glue, and I like the wrinkles, so I'm gonna make sure that the wrinkles show here. And to seal it, you just paint on top of it. And then I'll just glue the other one here. And then again, I'm going to just brush over it to seal it. And again, I don't need to do the whole thing. It does not have to be precise. I'm actually gonna keep it just like this, and then I have to put glue here, otherwise it won't stick. And of course I should probably put it in a little cup and be all organized. Okay. This is like watching paint dry. Okay, so this is all down. So now at least I'm not staring at this scary white piece. Although I may not like what this looks like, at least it's a start. So that's another background that you can do. So we'll let that dry. You don't want to watch it dry. The third thing I'm going to show you is napkins that you can use. And there's actually book text. If you rip out old book text, you can do the same technique as this. Just glue it with the PPA under and over and let it dry. So the third one I'm going to do is a napkin. I started collecting these, really? I know you're shocked. I started collecting these, anything that appeals to me, and they usually come in like a triple ply or a double ply. So what I want to do is, and Ebru will probably have to stop this because it's going to take me 6 hours to figure out. Okay. So now here's the napkin, and when I was in England, I saw the store, the Craft Barn, packaging these napkins up, and I thought they were demented. And I said, why are you packaging napkins up? And they said, you never saw this technique. So here I go, and you can use a portion of it, you can use the whole thing. Okay, so again, I put my PPA on. My PPA, my kids would laugh their heads off. PPA. Okay, and then again, I go over it with the PPA. I'm such a kid. And then again, as you'll see, we have no intimidation, and we have something started on our canvas. And maybe I'll put a little bit of this just to shake things up a bit and keep you on your toes. We'll put this. Did I shake you up? Are you on your toes? I know, it's very exciting. So you can mix book text, you can mix patterns, you can mix whatever it is you want to mix, and just to get rid of that intimidating white canvas. Okay. So we're gonna let that dry. Want to watch it? Okay, so that's that. Wait, I have another one. I just thought of something brilliant. everyone, it's me. Who am I? Emily. You can do outtakes, you know, afterwards. Anyway, I'm here to do backgrounds, canvas backgrounds. We actually did it at the Scrap Fest last month, and people were very, very interested in how the canvases were made. So I decided to do an blah.
You want to start over?
Yeah.